Okay. Hi. The company that I created in my class here is called Envestnet, and my tagline is a marketplace for minds and money. An overview of Envestnet is it's an online platform that connects investors and entrepreneurs. So it addresses the issue of investors with capital that wants execution partners, as well as entrepreneurs with a vision that wants funding, and it benefits both parties. So the problem is entrepreneurs can't find investors. Studies show that less than 1% of leads convert, and even might be as low as 0.02%. And according to the Entrepreneurship Handbook, a truism of the startup world is that there are no startup failures, only startups that run out of money. 82% of startups fail due to a lack of funding. Investors struggle to find credible early stage opportunities, and studies show 53% of investors say it is hard to find investment opportunities that align with their values. And the existing platforms that exist right now are unreliable. Platforms like LinkedIn, Office Hours, and HubSpot don't offer verified user pools, capital first idea listing, built-in trust systems or vetting, and direct meeting bookings with transaction handling. Why this problem? My interest in investment didn't start with a business plan, but it actually started with Shark Tank. I've always been passionate about business, and I researched what it would be like to go on the show Shark Tank, and I found that it is very difficult and the odds are stacked against you. So Envestnet is closing this gap, and it's giving you a Shark Tank-like experience online. So you have access to investors, and you can and it's a digital version of that pitch to investor moment. So the opportunity I'm creating. Entrepreneurs would have direct access to investors. So our ideal conversion rate is a 50% response rate and a 10% meeting to investment conversion rate. So investors would have the option to look through investment opportunities or post their own. So investors can put what they want to fund, or they can look through ideas that already exist and choose to set up a meeting and fund them. So our target customers are entrepreneurs and investors.
Great.
So our unique value proposition is we have dual side posting, a vetted user base, pay to meet or micro equity access, a structured meeting system, investor idea boards, and subscription packages. The competitive landscape is there is no one who provides the same level of service as us. Like as you can see here, here's what the features they have and the weaknesses that we are addressing. Here's our cost structure and about how much the marketing strategy we have. So, and here's my team and my contributions. So Envestnet was built and developed independently by me with guidance from my mentor. So I identified the problem and developed the original concept, and I conducted all the market research. I designed the business model, built out the revenue model and cost structure, developed the go-to market and marketing strategy, and created all the branding, positioning, and pitch materials. So the experience I drew on was I worked at an AI startup, and then I have operational experience at an IT consulting company, and this shaped my understanding of how founders think and how professional business operations run. What makes us different? The investor-led posting, the micro equity access model, the pay-to-meet structure, the fully vetted user base, and the flexible monetization model. So here's the impact and future scope. So we're targeting 100 to 10,000 users in the early growth phase. So we want to have like the ripple effect. So like the funded startups will create more jobs, which will strengthen economies. And this helps like underrepresented founders who lack existing investor connections, local regional startup systems, and investors looking for vetted users who align with their opportunities. And like our future is a mobile app on the iPhone, an AI matching algorithm, and like the features, we're improving the current features. Thank you for listening to my presentation.
So first of all, great name by the way. Envestnet is actually a very interactive name, all right. So whenever someone hears this name, it generates a curiosity what it is basically for. And the idea is just great that having the startups to found businesses or the investors, right? Because that is the major problem that they face. And the third thing which I like is the ripple effect that you say as more startups grow, more jobs will be available for the people, right? So it will definitely make an impact on the world. So let's start with the demonstration. All right, you can show me how your application works, and we can start with that.
Right. Okay. So one second.
Yeah.
Oh,
It says it's rendering. Give it a sec.
okay, well, I can like this is the page where the startups can submit their pitches.
Okay.
The homepage. Why isn't the homepage? So you would like submit your company name, your tagline, the problem you're solving, your solution, like all of the stuff you would need to know, and then you could give a pitch deck for the investors to see. And then
Okay.
oh sorry. Okay, here's the homepage. So we have like real stats, and then we have like all the information about our thing. And then we have how it works for startups as well as how it works for the investors. And then we
Okay.
have why you should us. And then we have the pricing model. And then now you can start it for free. So the entrepreneurs can put all of their business information in, and they can, like, the AI will give it feedback on how it can improve, how ready it is to go into the real world. And then the investors will also have access to this information. So you can put as many times as you want it in. And then you can also upload a pitch deck for the investors to see. So then also, like, investors can post ideas over here and they can see those ideas. So the
Okay.
entrepreneurs can also say, like, I want to work with this investor to make this idea happen. And then there's also the investor page where they can browse the startups as well as they can post an idea.
Okay.
I have a pricing model over here. So there's like 3 plans. There's like an entrepreneur plan, an investor plan, and then like a
Enterprise.
major plan for venture capitalists and firms and that stuff.
Okay, great. Can you show me how it actually works by providing any idea of startup there?
Yes, I use the startup that I use this company.
Hold on.
Okay, so I do. So then obviously you could upload a pitch deck too.
Got it.
So the AI will say like all of this information. So then, and then it says your like the investor readiness score. So it's like a 4 out of 10. Obviously, this was very vague and it wasn't like very clear from the
Okay.
AI. Like you definitely need to expand more than I did. This was just a very like
Right.
quick one.
Got it.
So then now the you're an investor, it'll be like right here, like
Okay.
the information,
Great.
and could see the AI feedback, and you could see all the stuff about the company.
So
And
it is first of
also
all,
vice.
yeah, please go on.
Oh yeah, it's vice versa for the investors. If they post idea, it is the same exact thing for the.
Okay. So this is a great application, all right? Both the phases are working in a very good way, right? And just two, three questions which I have to ask you. That for this, both of them, whether an investor is proposing any idea or there's a startup idea which the entrepreneur has written there, right? Or discussed there. So are you maintaining a database for them? Like how are they being shared to both the different phases in which your application is working?
Wait, sorry. Could you like re-say the question?
Yeah. As consider a scenario where we have a startup idea, right? So that idea is being shared to the investors. So what is the process they are being shared? Is it stored in some database and from database we get the value of what the idea is? Just
Yeah,
want
like
to know.
they'll have the pitch decks for
Really
the.
saying, how is it stored, like technically? Is it in a database?
Oh yeah, I think so. It's like on Vercel.
Okay, got it.
Or
And
wait, no,
similarly for, yeah, please go on.
like a different one.
Postgres?
No.
No.
It's um super base.
Okay, got it. Super base. All right. And second thing, which API key you have used here? Is it Grok? Is it Gemini? Grok? And do you
Because
remember what model of Grok you use for the analysis work?
I'm not entirely sure about that one.
Okay, no problem. And the last thing, that in the fields which the user might input, right? So
Yeah.
are there some important fields that the user need to input after that only we are going to render the whole analysis part? Or are they all optional?
Say the question one
Yeah,
more time.
sorry. There's like
There's some background noise. It's not from you. It's
Yeah,
it's in our
sorry,
it's
on
in our house.
Okay, got it. So what I'm asking is there are some fields, right, in which the user needs to provide the input, such as startup idea or who the user is targeting for, right? So are they all optional or are they required field that after providing those data only, we are going to do the analysis?
No, you're not like required. Wait, you're saying like for the investors, like if an investor says they like this idea, they're required to fund it with that person?
No. Can you go back to startup page? Yeah, here I'm asking that there are various fields, right? Considering company name, one line tagline, right? All these fields. So in these fields, are there some mandatory fields which needs to be asked?
Mandatory field.
Oh, like you can not put this and it'll still like the AI will give you the feedback. Like
There's no
Okay.
mandatory.
no mandatory fields, but it's like
Oh.
if you put in all the fields, it's obviously gonna